Cancers, what is going on with you, my fellow Cancers? Okay. Okay. Now, on Wednesday the 22nd, I'm seeing a situation where you Cancers may feel that you need to close the door on somebody or a situation that is no longer really serving you. And I feel like that's really valid. I feel like your sense of being done with this scenario is almost exhausting. It is already over. It already needs to have been shut down, or boundaries should have already been put on it, but for whatever reasons, it hasn't necessarily happened yet. And I think that it's really important that if we're talking about a love relationship here, a love partner that's become toxic or just void of anything substantial, reciprocity, growth, development, or we're talking about those closest in your heart, family, friends. When I say love, it could be anyone close in your heart. If we see that something really isn't working for you anymore, it's holding you back in some capacity, or it's become dark and heavy, you may need to close the door on that, okay, today. I was also seeing an attic, and Spirit was saying clean out your attic and clean out your bathroom. Now that represents two separate parts of your life, your body. The attic represents your mind, your thinking. And so it's very possible that you have a lot of built up thoughts that aren't really processed in a productive way, so that you're not applying this information to your life. It reminds me of the way that I feel if I don't meditate, or sit with my guides for a day or two. No matter how busy things get, you have to take the time and schedule it as a priority in your life, weekly, daily even, where you're processing your thoughts just in general. So your attic is getting really looking backed up with junk in there. Okay, so process, clean it out. But the fact that they were also talking about the bathroom, what happens in the bathroom? Well, the bathroom is your cleansing process. That represents the parts of your life where you let go, wash away, extract, however you want to say it, you release things that are no longer serving you. So I could see very much how the attic would be connected to the bathroom. So it's sort of like clear out your thoughts. You're going to cleanse your energy naturally. Now, once this happens, prosperity could start flowing again. Okay, messages will come through. Things will make more sense. Now, on Saturday, the 25th, I'm hearing whispers from male energy as well as gossip. And what that's going to mean is that you are receiving some type of direction from either a male in your life or some authority figure who is in a position to tell you something that would be very accurate in helping you grow, develop, evolve, hit a prosperity point. They're giving you it's almost like insider's advice. So it's someone who maybe already knows how to do what you want to do, something along that line. And the advice is of great profit, but you could very well overlook it because they're really not shouting it at you. Okay, so when I talk about the still small voice or humans being used as the mouthpiece for God, this tends to be more quiet than loud. The loud stuff tends to come either from the dark or be a bit inaccurate. Okay, so we just want to be careful for things like that. The other thing that was coming up was some type of gossip that you're going to end up hearing about. And the gossip to me felt really toxic. as gossip tends to be, but in such a manner where it was trying to suck you in. So be mindful of anyone around you who's talking trash. They don't know how to stay in their lane. They're stirring the pot. We are all under very tight restrictions right now. We don't need any more drama. Okay, so just cut it off. Tell the person right to their face, you need to get control of that. I'm not even engaging in that. On Sunday the 26th and Monday the 27th, there was talk of you burying something, okay, and letting something go. I feel like it already sort of died. I feel like it already expired. I feel like it's a chapter of your life that is already done and complete, and you may have even had a ceremony for it and buried it and let it go and released it. But you know, sometimes when you look at a new grave, you kind of keep going back and checking on it, and there's nothing there for a long time. And then like little baby grass starts to come up, and then, you know, maybe flowers and things like this. And, you know, eventually a grave can look like a really welcoming kind of a place that's blooming in its own way, like new beginnings, new life. And I see that happening for you more on Monday, the 27th, where new flowers are blooming from this thing that you recently had to bury. And I feel like it was really hard for you to let go of that particular person or situation. And it would have been over the last, for some of you, it was even 2 years ago, but for many, it feels like it was over the last 6 to 7 months. And you may have had a peak with this issue about 4 months ago. So we have on Tuesday, the 28th, talk of a cycle with a house, residency, family issues, something going on within your domestic situation where this cycle is going backward and you're going to be forced to revisit things from the past, and then learn how to apply them to where you want to be going. So it's almost like an examination, not by your choice. You're being forced to look at what was there, what groundwork has been laid, what is the history and the story, and then figuring out how to use it to go forward. This would feel very similar to taking a situation that you didn't necessarily love and want to embrace, but saying, what are the lessons there? Okay, if I understand what the lessons are, then I can apply it to something greater going forward, not just be a victim to the circumstance. And it may involve other people, okay, with your residency, family, your housing, whatever it is. This could be a real estate issue as well. Wednesday, the 29th, we have for you food. Yay. What I saw with your food on Wednesday, the 29th was that, and I'm sure it's triggered by Tuesday's events, don't start eating junk, okay? Don't do the self-loathing thing or the comfort food eating, the binging, okay, on Wednesday the 29th. Make sure that every bite counts and be mindful about what you put in as well as what you put out, meaning what you say. Okay, Cancers, have a great week.